Please, any question you have in between, anything at all. Don't look at just we are just discussing UK. Anything at all. If you like asking about study abroad, please put the question forth, or you can just put it in the chat box. We'll be glad to answer you all those questions if you have the time. Even if you don't have the time, I'm pretty sure Grace and Ernest will have a platform that will take your questions, and at the end of the day, they'll get you the answers in no time. And if you have any difficulty, if you have faced any difficulty with anything, with any application at all, please reach out to NS Links. They are the best plug for you to have your application done. Yeah, so that at the end of the day, you see that that is the only source you are putting your applications to. Okay, because now why I'm saying that is there are so many agencies in town. Some don't have any affiliation. They will tell you, I'll do it for you, and at the end of the day, they take your document, take your money, and that's it. But honestly, has been a good affiliation, and we intend to give them the support to reach out to every single student that they get on their portal. All right.
Thank you so much. Thank you
Yeah,
so
you're welcome, Grace. Yeah.
much.
Okay. All right. So it's 4 minutes into our time. We actually wanted to start at 4 exactly. We have actually gone into 11 minutes into the time already. Um, Please, I'm a fast talker. I'm a talkative. I talk so many. Please, feel free to stop me anytime. Feel free to tell me, "Hey, said slow down. I want to understand this and all
Seth,
that." Please, I just
Seth,
allow.
let Grace continue.
All right, Grace, let me allow you.
Right. So, I mean, you'll be taking over soon. So, I mean, why not? Yeah. I would like to introduce you professionally. Yeah, professionally. So, yeah, Mr. Seth Kobler is the country manager for Ghana at Leverage Edu and a certified British Council agent. Wow. With extensive experience helping Ghanaian students secure admissions and navigate international education opportunities across the UK, US, Canada, and Australia. Over the years, he has guided hundreds of students through the study abroad process and brings a deep understanding of what it truly takes to successfully pursue education opportunities in the UK. Today, he'll be speaking on why UK remains a top destination for Ghanaian students, common mistakes Ghanaian students make during application process, and what's realistic preparation for studying in the UK looks like. All right, please join me in welcoming Mr. Seth Kobina for today's session.
Yeah.
You're welcome, Mr.
um.
Seth.
Thank you. And I'm grateful and privileged to be here. Yeah. So I always say that we can't die with knowledge. We have to impact them. So everywhere we go, we try to get those things done. Now, if you look at that picture, it looks more like something. Oh no, honestly, I'm a very young guy. That picture looks young. This I looks very older. Please allow. I'm a very young man. That's Carson. Yeah. So I come along with 17 years experience in student recruitment. With all those. We we actually the presetters for study abroad in Ghana, where we had some companies coming in. Even before BCI, before UKAS, they came in. There was only one company that existed in Ghana, and we're the presetters, and we make things happen, and we are still making the things happen. Yeah. So I don't want to bore you much with so much letters about me. I'll just get straight on. But before that, I'll allow Nikita to say a few words. I'm pretty sure, Grace, you want to introduce Nikita. Oh, your good friend, you're forgotten about her. Please, a few words for Nikita, then I can just pick it up.
Yeah, I would have introduced her later after you were done, but then let me introduce her anyways.
Yeah.
So we have Miss Nikita. Her surname is quite, I mean, Miss Nikita, can you help us to pronounce it actually?
Okay, so I am Nikita Singh. My surname is Singh. Yeah, so you may continue now, Grace.
So, Miss Nikita Singh. Yeah, am I correct on that? All right.
Yes.
She's an experienced international education professional and key account manager at Leverage Edu, with over 2.5 years of experience in the study abroad industry. She has guided hundreds of students through the international admissions process and helped many secure placements in leading universities across the UK and other study destinations. Her expertise spans students counseling, application management, university partnerships, and international education support. And she is passionate about helping students make informed decisions about their academic and career journeys abroad. Today, she'll be guiding us through available study pathways, opportunities, and support systems for students interested in studying in the UK. Please join me welcome Miss Nikita Singh. Hand of applause for her.
Thank you so much, Grace, and Namaste, Ghana. This is a very wonderful experience for me. I'm so thankful to Ernest Links Consult for having me on this platform and meeting me, making me meet these wonderful students so that I can help them with every knowledge I have. Like, I would love to impart all the knowledge, to exchange all the knowledge with the Ghana people. And for me, one thing, like apart from study abroad, like let's keep this aside, I would love to tell Ghana people that I love their food. It looks amazing, it tastes amazing. So, thank you so much for having here. Like, please just continue with the presentation, Grace. And I'm not as talkative as Seth. So,
Uh, all right. Okay, so Mr. Seth, please kindly take over. Thank you so
Uh,
much.
all right, thank you very much. It's sad that Nikita is snitching me now, but no worries, it's fine. I understand. Yeah. So we are just going to look at things briefly. I don't want to bore you much with so much talks. Um, I'm just looking at where I can spend in less than 30 minutes for this presentation. And please feel free to stop me at any time if you have any query, or you can keep your questions at the end of the session. You can put your question in the chat box anyways, and we can just get it. If I'm moving too fast, please do tell me, Seth, you are going so fast. You are not to symbols. Please take your time.
Seth,
Then I'll just
I
go down.
will like tell you when you are going too fast.
Okay, great. All
Yeah.
right, so I'll just share my screen now.
Yeah, Grace, come again.
My presentation isn't that nice, please. Just just accept it like that. My presentation isn't that
Yeah.
nice. Um, yeah. So I'm just looking at. Okay. So I just termed this why UK is the best destination for Ghanaian students. Now, these are the things we are going to look at. One, we are going to look at people positions. I'm not looking at that. I'm looking at advantages. We are looking at, okay, so advantage of UK versus USA, Canada, Australia. Now, common application mistakes and how to avoid them. Then realistic 12-month study timeline milestones. Then study success profiles, process council certification accreditation value, UK ranking, tiers and program
Is the feedback
selection.
still on?
Then we have scholarship opportunities and funding, visa requirement processing, and the others. So all those ones
I'm
are
trying
things
to
we are going
find
to
the
look
source
through.
of the feedback.
Okay. Now, I'll just look at what we are looking at. Now, these are the things that we are looking at when anybody wants to study in the UK. One, the courses are very short. So unlike other destinations that we have 4 years for bachelor's degree, UK is 3 years. So master's 2 years elsewhere is just 12 months or 1 year. Okay. Now, when it comes to world-class education, UK has the top schools. So if you look at the world now, we have 4 schools that tops the world. Now, these are global top 50 universities, and qualification is recognized across Africa and internationally. Now, this I know is debatable. You tell me UK citizen, but to me, UK is the most affordable destination you can ever think of. Now, post study will discuss then strong Ghana alumni network. So all of them will look at it. Now, why do Ghanaian need UK education? So we need UK education because now we're being colonized by the British. Okay, so the style of teaching, the things how they go about the education, it's almost the same as Ghana. Just that now Ghana is not improving. Ghana is not adding any tech, anything to it. But UK has actually progressed to a level, advanced level, where people now are envious of how they do their things. So their system delivers structured pathways for career transformation and demonstrated return on investment, positioning the graduates as competitive candidates in Ghana, fast growing and all that. Now, why I'm saying it's going to position this graduates are one, I've seen somebody who was just a teaching assistant at the University of Ghana. Okay. Now, the person decided to go for a research program in UK, went there, got an MPhil, he got scholarship, he got a PhD, he came in. Now, when he came in and wanted to go back to teaching, straight away he's being put on a department. Okay, so it looked more like that value being placed on that qualification is higher compared to anybody that's schooled here in Ghana. So that's why everybody is now trying to go to all those ones. Now, these are the comparative analysis I want to look at. Master's degree, as I've mentioned, is 12 months in the UK, 18 to 24 months USA, 16 to 24 Canada, 16 to 24 Australia. Annual tuition fees, I have to put it in dollars so that it will be uniform. So we have like 15 to 22,000. So if you put it in pounds, that would be like around 9,000 pounds, around $19,000. 19,000 pounds if you put it that way. Then 25,000, 45,000 for USA, 15 to 30,000, and 18 to 35,000 Australian dollars for Australia. Then postgraduate work, they have 2 years. USA is optional, 1 to 3 years, depending on what they want to give you. Canada is 3 years. Now it's shaky. They don't know whether they're giving it 3 years or they are not giving again. Australia is 2 years to 3 years, depending on what course you do in there. Now, tuition fees and living expenses is way, way, way lesser compared because it's just 1 year compared to the 2 years we're going to do. So again, $22,000 ranges come up to that one. Now, visa processing, and this is where the whole interesting thing is. Now, visa processing is 3 to 4 weeks on paper. USA is 4 to 8 weeks on paper. Canada is 4 to 6 weeks on paper. Australia is 4 to 12 weeks on paper. Now, in UK, if your fund is intact, if you have money, everything intact, you can apply for priority and you can get your visa within 2 days. It's between 1 and 5 days. So up to 5 days, you can get it. So I've seen people who have gotten their visas in just 24 hours, others 48 hours, 72 hours, and all that. Now, USA, we all can testify that now if you want appointment, it takes a whole 1 year to get appointments. So other people are taking the advantage. Now you pay like between $200 and $500 to get appointment day for you. So, and Canada now, we don't know their fate. It's actually picking up, but at the end of the day, you are spending no less than 4 to 6 weeks to get it done. And Australia goes through that same time. Now, recognition in Africa, I say UK is very high because one, UK has a parallel kind of entry system. Everybody that has their proof of funds ready, has gotten a school, has gotten a cars, it's more like 90% or 80% through with their visa. It's now that our own people are just following the whole system for us, that UK VI is doing interviews. But for now, if you look at recognition in Africa, UK stands tall against all other ones. Now, this is the cost benefit analysis, okay, for Ghanaian students. Now, if you look at it now, 12 to if you invest this amount, okay, so within the 12 months, you're investing like 30 to 40%, okay, which is you're spending days less than somebody going to America or going to Canada or going to any of those nine. Now, within that same time, after school, between 6 and 12 months, you are able to generate that income faster than those going to other destinations. So let's say we are all going to study Master of Business Analytics. Nikita decided to go to USA. I decided to go to UK. Now, within 1 year, I'm done with my course. Nikita is still doing the second year. So that means that that's 1 year that Nikita is still doing her last year of study. I'll be working. So I'll be recouping that income within that specified time. So when I'm done with that 1 year is when Nikita is also done. So I'll be starting my second year work while Nikita will be starting her first year. Now I also have it in mind that Nikita will be paying 1 year additional living expenses, okay, in school. So that means that extra income need to come in for her to finish the course. Whilst I now get income, I now get money to pay for all those things without any hassle. Now, the advantage of this is that after school, I'm getting 2 years. Now it's between 18 and 24 months. Okay. So from our side, where we always tell students are that not every student get it 2 years. Okay. So we all say that students are going to get 18 months visa, graduate work visa after school for the UK. So within that time, I'm going to strengthen my CV and all that before Nikita finished the school in in USA. Now, this is what we look at. Now, I started from this point. I don't want to start from the document because these are things that people actually don't look at when they are actually applying for schools. Uh, I see a lot of people just going online, just typing into Chat GPT, say, hey, write a personal statement for me, going to school in UK, going to study, blah, 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 and all that. And have it in mind, ChatGPT is regulated by a group of people. Language is one. Their sentences, their phrases, everything is instant. What is constant? It doesn't change. So you have people asking for personal statement from ChatGPT, and you can see that those ones are the same across board. Now, what that means is that it's a prompt. So Nikita knows what I'm talking about because we run early AI, we run Vasu AI, and all that, so we know what goes into AI prompts. Okay. Now, these people will write all this without putting what actually is their stand when they want to study in the UK. So there's no specific career goal. There's no specific kind of work they want to do. Everything about it is generic. Now, when you put in application in that regard, or when you send that to Grace and the team, they will just look at it, um, possibly, and then to say, hey, write it again, or let me write it for you, or like whichever wish. But some people will just be like, okay, submit this exactly for me. Now, when they submit it, the school is going to reject it. So you have to make sure you're writing a very good personal statement. Now, good personal statement means that one, you are going to define what we have taken before. So what course you have taken, what course you want to take, what is the progression line between the first one and the second one. If there's no link, you have to explain why you are switching from one discipline to the other. Now, when you are done, you are supposed to tell us what career you are looking at. Okay. Now, if you're able to tell us the career, then you should be able to tell us that, okay, after school, I'm returning to my home country to put out this experience or knowledge I've acquired into these jobs. So again, you have to be specific to which job you want to. So I one person, I read one person's SOP. Okay. and the person is going to do information technology and says that when I'm done with school, my dad runs what they call it, building and construction company. So I want to be there to become a construction manager. Now, if you write it to a school, the school will just tell you you don't know what you don't know what you want to do. If you want to do information technology, okay, in any way, it should align to what you want to do after school. Because you can't do infotech and come to construction. They are two different pathways. Okay. Now, the other thing has to do with English. And thankfully, we are being waived off of so many of these English tests, unless possibly you did not pass your WASI. So if your WASI is C6, is 6 or less. So when I say or less, means that we have D7, E8, F9. If you have those scores, please, you have to write an IELTS. Now, most of the schools do have their own English testing system where you can use. If they don't have it, please, you have to write an IELTS, PTE, like any of those tests. Then you have to take this test before the application deadline. So you don't wait to say, okay, I want to get the application done first before I'm able to write the test. Sometimes you might not be able to prepare adequately for those things. Okay. Now, again, the next mistake that we do is that, just as I've mentioned in the first one, somebody will say, okay, hey, my sister applied to MSc nursing and they got scholarship. Meanwhile, your background is not nursing. Your background is, let me say, food nutrition, and you want to do nursing. Now, when you apply to such programs, the likelihood of you being rejected is very high. Unless possibly after doing that food nutrition, you actually worked in a hospital where you had access to, or you came hands-on with these experiences within that. Even that one, you need to get a written confirmation, written recommendation from the doctor in charge. Okay. Now, again, if you get those one, make sure you qualify for the course you are applying, because those nursing, engineering, those STEM programs normally require you to get 2.1 first class. Now, in some areas, in some schools, they relax it to make it 2-2, like second class upper, minimum second class lower for it. Okay. Now, if you don't have that, if you don't have the first class and second class upper, no worries. If you have the lower, fine, we can look at a school for you. If you have third class and you have HND, we also have a school for you. Now, you can only get this from the UK. Now, UK is the only place where even if you have HND, you have good experience, you can get a master's in business to do. So you can't get it anywhere. Other destinations will tell you to do a postgraduate diploma, or they want you to do a top up, or want to do like all programs. But not all schools in the UK will accept you to do the masters with the HND. There's just few of them, for which when you talk to NS Link, they will be able to help you with those schools. So you get those ones, you add your experience, and experience must be at least 5 years. Okay. Now those with third class and pass should have at least between 3 and 12 years experience in order for them to qualify for a master's program. If not, they have to go and start possibly do a top up, then they will just get in. Now, again, mistake that we do is that somebody can just tell us that, oh, I submitted certificate and transcript and passport, and the school gave me a conditional offer. Fine, some school can give you conditional offer, but always remember that in the system, it will be notifying you that your application is incomplete. So when they give you conditional offer and you don't submit those documents, application gets rejected. Now, if you want to submit a full document, your certificate, your transcript, your CV, okay, your recommendation letter, your SOP, statement of purpose, must be ready, and your WASI. Now, I've actually gone through so many CVs that people write CV, and I ask myself, do these people even know about the CV they are writing about? And it's not only for not even for people who are just completed senior high school. I even have one person that has finished master's degree and doesn't even know how to write a CV. So it's not normal, but I would say that it's not everybody that knows how to write a very good CV. But this is the catch. Now, every good CV would have your name, your address, your phone number, your email address. So that will be the first part. Now, second part will have to be a brief, like a general profile about you. Some will put in objectives or anything. It's fine. You can just put it that way. Now, the next thing has to do with qualifications you have gotten. So I see people putting work experience first. No, you first have to put your qualifications. Now, qualification must be from the latest. So if you have master's degree, the master's degree must be the first, and you must list the timelines. So let's say you started in let's say September 2025. You have to state September 2025, and the end date will now be June 2029. Okay, so they know for the UK systems, they know that our bachelor's degree is 4 years, unless the person is doing top up, which is 2 years or 3 years, depending on what qualification they use in applying. So if you started from 2025, you must complete either 2027, 2028, or 2029, depending on which one you use. Okay, so the timeline must be clearly stated when you are putting your CV. So you put it in that order. Then when it comes to work experience, you also put that in that same order. So latest for what you are doing and what you started earlier. And you must state your role. Okay. I see people when they say roles, they say, okay, I was assisting the manager to do ABC. No, those are job roles that you can actually, but you have to state what you have achieved in doing those roles. So if you tell me I was assisting the CEO to write minutes or anything, it's just by telling me, okay, so I was able to help the CEO keep a daily kind of what do you call it, a daily what do you call it, a daily report on what has happened throughout the day. Okay, now other people also wait till the last minute to be able to get all this to get their documents everything ready. In that case, you miss that particular one getting in. Now this is where you risk your application. Okay, now when your reference letter is delayed, you're not able to get that done. Two, you have to get certifications from your university. In some cases, you have to get where those certifications done. Now, because of forgery and all those things, now schools are now requesting students to get their transfer certificates certified, okay, from their institutions. So please, when you take your original document, please certify them so that you don't have to go back to do all that. Okay. Now, this is how you have to get your application done. So before you look at whatever you want to do, please, you prepare within 1 to 2 months, doing research, looking at what document. Okay. Now, within the second and the third month, you look at to submit application, for which I help you do that. Okay. Now, when offers have been received and all that, please, you go on to pay your deposit, the process, you get the cards, you put in the visa. Now, within the fourth and the fifth month, your visa is secured, you arrange accommodation and everything, then you're able to move in. Okay. In the sixth month, you're able to move to the you begin your classes and you're good to go. Now, between the next 1 year, you are done. Schools are gone. Okay, so I just put in this form. So week one, you look at target it, you compile, certify documents, gather all those ones. Then you complete the IELTS, you leave it. So you write your personal statement tailored to each focus university. Now you submit applications, accept firm offer and receive cars, visa decision received, begin accommodation search and all that. So you put in, you arrive in the UK and you get it done. Now, this is how it goes. Now, students with 3 years, okay, so this is a case study I picked. So student with 3 years accounting, okay, experience in Accra become from Ghana, applies, get a top up, get to MSc Finance, okay, in top 13 universities within 12 months. Now after 12 months, he's done 18 months, he gets all this one, gets an analyst role in London Investment Bank doing that. And within 24 months, this person is confirmed, is having a job in the UK. Now that means that this particular person is now trying to put like 5x on their salary. Because so let's say if the person is getting like 8,000, receiving 8,000 here, and the person is done with school in the UK, okay, the person is going to get like close to like 45,000 a month if they are going to the UK within this same time. Okay. Now these are cases that I actually put through. Now this is the catch for you. 90% of Ghanaian UK graduates secure employment within 6 months of graduation. That's interesting. So everybody that gets to the econ, let's possibly the person want to return to Ghana. If not, within the first 6 months of graduation, when they are serving that graduate work permit, graduate route within the 18 months, they're able to get work to do. Now, the average salary actually surges, okay, between 250 and 400%, unlike those graduates that have the same rules or receive that same qualifications in Ghana. Now, mostly people are actually employed in financial services, technology, energy, oil, consulting, and all that. And I always use this guy as an example. I had one person who was working with MTN. Okay, now came to me said I want to go to the UK. The person did theater arts and wanted to do oil gas and energy law and oil gas like that course. So we sat down, we wrote a very nice statement of purpose to the school. The school rejected the first time. Now we have to write another one. Okay. Then a supervisor came in who was interested in that particular SOP. So we gave this guy a chance to come and study that oil, gas, and energy law. And interestingly, he was the best graduating student after school. And now he's working for Aberdeen local government. Okay, as an estimator for oil and all those things. So these are how. And one thing is that every Ghanaian student that I've come across in the UK always tell you that we excel when we come in there. It makes it better. Now, anybody that studies in the UK, okay, the qualifications you get falls within the global quality assurance. So that means that every single certification you get from there is internationally accepted for everyone. Now, also means that every employer that will employ you in Ghana, Africa, International, recognize that British Council accredited qualification. Because if you look at all the schools, sometimes we have Kiwi 5 rated and all that. So those are the qualifications being given by British Council. And this helps these people to be actually this certification to be actually be heavy whenever you are putting it for any job. Now, so these are just certification and how it's recognized. So British Council is like very high, 95%, Russell Group 98%, Tier 2 or online programs is 60%, not accredited is 30%. Yeah. So I'll just let me just push it, I'll just get into the tiers. Okay. Now, these are the schools that normally students are looking at. So I see people saying that, okay, I want to get to Oxford, Cambridge, LSE, Imperial College London, UCL. It's wonderful, fantastic schools. But this is the thing. These schools are expensive. These schools are really expensive. So guys, we have to look at where these ones are. Okay, because your friend is there doesn't mean that we are actually getting those schools coming in. Okay, so you can look at those schools if you can afford it. I always say that study abroad is expensive. If you don't get it right, you might end up losing your money. Now, their fees cost between 16,000 and 25,000 pounds per year. Now, which means that this cost can go up. Just the average fees. It can go up to around 40,000, 45,000 pounds for one program. Okay. Now, these are tier 2 universities. So these are research intensive schools. So Durham, Warwick, Bristol, Nottingham, Birmingham, Southampton, Sussex. So all these schools are here. Fees ranges between 14 and 20,000 pounds. Okay. Now tier 3 is where we look at De Montfort, Coventry, Brunel, City University, Solent, all those schools. These their fees ranges between 12,000 and 16,000. Some cases goes up to around 18, 19,000 pounds. So these are the schools. Now, this is what you should look at when you are selecting any particular program. One, you have to look at the sector you are applying in, okay, the budget, the work experience, employer focus, then program specialization. So people want to do MBA, but they don't know which specialization they want to get into. So they say, well, I want to do MBA. Meanwhile, they don't know where they want to specialize. So it's always important to get into these metrics, know what you want to do before you're able to select a program. Okay. Now, every single school that we have do have scholarships. Every single school that we have do have scholarship. Now, I put this here because there are some schools that British Council gives some scholarship up to 50% high achieving Ghanaians. Okay. Now, these schools, these scholarships are solely done or solely disbursed by British Council. So no school has that control. If the students actually qualifies for it and they apply for it, they will do the assessment, and if they have it, they will award it. Now, schools, they have between 13 and 30% and all that. And this, some are very automatic, so you apply. And there's 100,000 employer certificate sponsorship. I know GMPC is doing that, and like all other other are doing that. Okay. Even recently, Get Fund is also giving those scholarships and all that. So whichever way, there is scholarship for every student that can actually get in. Okay. Now, yeah, so these are funding scenarios that you have to look at if you are applying to the school. I would say that you have to plan this perfectly so that you might not get stuck on the way. I repeat, study abroad is expensive. You have to be prepared before you start, because some schools do have their policy that unless you have visa refusal, they are not going to give you a refund of your deposit. So you have to be very, very, very prepared in order to get that. Okay. Now, these are visa requirements that we need. So you have gone through all the system, you have applied to the school, you have gotten the offer, you have paid the deposit. The next thing you do is you have to get your confirmation of acceptance from the school. Now, when you have that, your passport must be valid for at least 6 months. You have to show your proof of funds. You have to get TB test. Okay. Then IELTS is relative. If your school waives it for you, you don't need it. If they don't waive it, you have to get it. Then you have this IHS. So this is paid when you are submitting your visa. So these documents are needed. Now, this is a financial document that is being accepted. So sponsor letter, student loan, scholarship coverage. Now, to break it up, guys, now UKVI is accepting financial institutions. Okay, so when I say let me say non-financial institutions, so they are taking from service and loans and all that. But guys, you have to be very careful whenever you bring those. If your mom or dad is saving in those places, please make sure that statement you have taken is originally, because every financial institution in Ghana is linked to Bank of Ghana, and that is where UKVI does their verification from. So if you can say that, oh, I'm just picking a bank statement to present, By the time you realize you have gotten a refusal, you have gotten 10 years ban, you're not getting your refund of your fees. So you're losing three things on the go. So you have to be very careful on all that. So these are visa processing times. Look at that and all that. Now, this is post arrival. So when you have gotten to the university and all that. So I'll just leave this. This we just have to look at it. Now, these are expenses for every particular student that wants to go. So accommodation, food and groceries, utility, mobile phone and internet, and all that comes in. Don't worry, I'm just rushing through because we have some few time coming in. So this is annual tuition fees. I've mentioned it in the TS group. So you're able to put that together and plan accordingly. Okay. Now for accommodation as well, you can plan it. I always say that every particular student will have their own spending lifestyle. For me, if I travel, I spend less because I don't eat much fatty foods. Okay, so I spend less. Now I know people who travel and within a matter of a week to their monies are finished. So depending on what you want to buy and what you want to eat, your money will now sustain you. Okay. So I'll skip all these ones. I'll skip all this. Okay, then I'll just go to one last part. So this is where when you are done with school, you are looking out for. Now, when students are done with school, they have gathered the postgraduate work permit for 1 year. Now, typically they secure employment between 3 to 6 months. They work for the 18 and 24 months. They can decide to return to Ghana or they can advance their experience. Okay. Now, other people can choose the visa sponsorship pathways. Now, what that means that the person must spend at least 10 years in the UK before you are able to be confirmed as a permanent residency or you're able to get your citizenship in the UK. Now, you can be hopping from one job to the other, or you can stay in one company for those years so far as the company is able to give you that sponsorship. So let's say within that 18 months, you're able to secure a job that says, okay, I want to employ this person, they give you a sponsorship, then hallelujah for you. You are able to stay back. And after 10 years, then you can begin to apply for your residency or your citizenship application. Then you can move out to all those ones coming in. Okay. So this is also that. So if you want to return to Ghana, the employment here and all that, for all that I've explained it and how you're able to get that. Yeah. So all this I've explained. So guys, this is all for today. I'm sure there are so many questions you want to ask me, so many things you want me to look at. So let's open the floor for any question, anything you want to ask me from here. Then I'll be able to answer it now. Yeah, thank you very much.
All right, thank you, Mr. Seth Kobina. Can we celebrate him? Yeah. Perfect. Yeah. Thank you so much. This was very insightful and educative. Personally, I was learning some new things. Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually didn't know you
Right.
had to stay in the UK for 10 years before you be able to get citizenship or residency.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you so much for your presentation.
You're
Um,
welcome.
yeah. So we'll take the questions after Miss Nikita is done. Okay. So kindly
Yeah, yeah,
drop
yeah.
in the chat box and then we'll take them right after Miss Nikita is done. All right. So Miss Nikita, since we've already introduced you, I would like to, call you onto the stage so that you can take over from here. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. All right, please let's warmly welcome Miss Nikita Singh to the platform.
So,
Thank you.
thank you so much for having me here. And Seth has explained the study abroad in UK very beautifully. So, thank you so much, Seth, for that. And greetings to all of you, first of all, and future leaders and scholars of Ghana who are wishing and willing to make their careers better and life better. So, choosing where to pursue your higher education is one of the most important decisions you can take, right? So, today I want to share, like, I don't have any presentations like Seth, so I'll share with my experience. So, I want to share why United Kingdom is not just a place to study, but a place where your potential can truly meet opportunity. So, first of all, let's talk about the excellence. When you hold a degree from UK university, you hold a qualification that is respected not only in Accra, right, not only in Ghana, but throughout the world. No matter where you go, your degree is respected. It's not bounded between the boundaries of your country. So whether you choose the halls of Birmingham, right? Birmingham is an historical country. So whether you choose the historical halls of Birmingham or the innovative classrooms of Manchester, so you are joining the world-class education. So like UK, it's not something just to like, oh, I want to just study in a country. No, it's your dream, it's your destination. It's you. And when UK comes to respect. It respects your time and resources. Seth has very beautifully explained how masters in UK it's just a 1 year course, not a 2 year course, not an 18 months course. It's a 1 year course. So like they are since 1 year long, you can gain your advanced degree and start your career full 1 year ahead of other people, right? So you are saving your time. This means you have faster return on your investments and a quicker start for your professional salary. Thirdly, like which I like the most about UK, that you from Ghana are not alone. There are almost 8,500 students in Ghana right now. So for like you have Ghana, vibrant Ghana student associations, like to bridge the professional networks, to bridge the cultural networks in Ghana, in UK, you won't feel alone there. So you will find a community which is already ready to welcome you in UK. You can celebrate your heritage while building an international future. Fourth and finally, the doors are always open in UK. With the graduate visa route, you have the chance to gain the vital international work experience for 2 years, like up to 2 years, for like when you are done your masters, and with scholarships. Like we have scholarships in Ghana, then we have Commonwealth scholarships for like great minds in Ghana. So the dream of UK education or the dream of international education when it comes for Ghana students, that is attainable. So your journey from Ghana to UK, it's not just a flight. It's a bridge to your career and the life that you have always imagined. So, like Seth has very beautifully explained everything. I would like to bring in the focus to the CV, right? So while you are preparing your resume or something, like this is very important because a lot of applications get rejected because of the CV. Sometimes what people do, they just put their name, some basic introduction, education without any dates. You should not have any gaps within your resume. Like even if you have worked somewhere for more 4 months, write it. It will help you. If you have done a certificate for 3 months, just write it in your CV. So CV has a pattern when it comes to UK. You have to write your name, then your address, phone number, email, objective, like describe yourself in 4 or 5 lines. What you want to do, why you want to do, who you are as a person. Then your education. Write all the degrees when you have done your WIAC, when you've done your bachelor's, HND, ND, any certificate course, just mention it there. Then the work experience, and please mention the exact dates, like from September 20 to September or like October 2023. The months and the year should be very clear because like while I apply for applications in UK, applications get rejected because there are like only years mentioned. They want detailed version of your CV. Then you have to mention your skills and like please mention your references on the CV. And while mentioning your references, make sure that you write the email address of the person you are asking for reference. Email address, it's really important because schools are not going to call the person and ask for a reference. They will send an email to you, the person who is like who you have given as a reference for. So that's it for me. Like, let the floor be open for questions. And Seth, welcome back. You can take it from here.
All right. So thank you, Miss Nikita. Thank you so much for your presentation. Um, yeah, there are some questions. So Mr. Seth and Miss Nikita, I think the questions will be thrown to you so that if you can help with the answers, you just um, help us with it. So I think the first question that came in was, I think it's based on Mr. Seth's statement that study abroad is expensive. So yeah, he says that doesn't mean if you don't have the money to fund part of expenses for study abroad, UK isn't an option for you. Are there no fully funded scholarships, especially for masters? So yeah, someone wants to know if there are fully funded scholarships for master students in the UK. Yeah.
Okay. That's a good question. I always say that these are fantastic opportunities for people. Okay, I've seen people who have gotten full scholarship to study in their preferred destinations, but always we always try to be very careful when we tell students you are going to get fully funded scholarships. Now, I'll give an example. Let's say University of Birmingham, okay, is having let's say a scholarship fund of, let's say, 2 million pounds. Now, this 2 million pounds is for engineering students. Now, also have in mind that this 2 million pounds, will be able to fund only like 30 or 40 engineers. Like all these people are applying. Okay. So if in your mind you are like, okay, because I have this qualification, I'm applying, I will get this, you'll be disappointed at the end of the day. So always have it in mind that these scholarships are available, very, very available, but it is always at the discretion of the school and the funding available with them. That is why some schools, even with first class, they are not even giving you admissions. Now, I realized there was one student that has first class, okay, who was refused admission, and the students, the partner was furious. Now, I managed to speak to the rep and was like, he said, you know what? We were just looking out for 12 people. The site number is just 12. We have 12. We can't take additional person. Okay, so the student was refused that particular admission. So in that cases, the student feels like, oh, I qualify, I wasn't given and all that. So for me, within all this time experience I've gotten, I don't promise anything when it comes to even admission. Okay, because class number can be four, they can reject it, they can put you into any other intake or anything, scholarship they can put you. What I always ask is that put in the right documents as requested. Now, if they put in the right document, that's when we'll be able to make justifications so that if you don't give it, I can just go and say, hey, the student qualifies for this particular scholarship or this particular admission. Why wasn't given? Then I can get an explanation for you to say, okay, we wanted 3 people, we have gotten the 3 people, so we can put that person on wait list for the next one. Then we're able to move that. But if one you don't qualify, two you're asking for scholarship and all that, possibly you may be disappointed. Yeah. So Joyous, there are so many scholarship opportunities available, so many of them, but it takes time, and you have to be qualified for it, so for you to get it. But for us, you have to send. When you send and that application is done, that's where you get it. And most of these, let me put it here, most of these scholarships are external. Please don't kill NS Link with the scholarships. All those ones are mostly external, that they have to you have to apply yourself when they've gotten the offer. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Seth. Yeah, you spoke very well. Um, most of our students come in and they're asking for scholarships, and we are like,
Yeah,
we wish we could scholarship for free. I mean, everything for free. But then, you need to be very, very, very prepared, and you need to qualify for it. Yeah, most
Yeah.
students have their SOPs are not even um, good. So, and they are expecting to get the scholarships. I mean, you need to be prepared. They ask, most of these scholarships are very thorough. Like, you go through a
Yeah.
lot of documents and all that.
Meaning, yeah.
If you want scholarship, you have to really be prepared to submit documents, correct documents actually, and yeah, answer a lot of questions. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Mr.
Yeah.
Seth.
So let me just add up to the scholarship bit.
All right.
So like on a lighter note, I was in one agency's office. Okay, and some the student was asking, "Can I get scholarship?" And the lady didn't know what to say. I was like, "Oh, but sister, if scholarships were available, we will not be here. We were all gone. Why are
Hey.
we here if there are four scholarships for us?" Like jokingly, she said it, and they all laugh about it and all that. But to put it through, so I had throughout this career, I've gotten four scholarships for four ladies.
Oh,
They are all
wow.
female. They are all female. Now, this is what happened. They had first class from Kane University. Okay, they did engineering. So you see, women that have done engineering. So it looks more like they are unique in that line. And most of them, the kind of engineering they did construction. And they did like construction, a female in construction. Now, when they put in the application, quickly a supervisor reached out to say, I'm interested in this particular research proposal. They looked at it, they went through the interview. The person was prepared. He went to the interview the first time. The second time, she got full scholarship with stipend, and is now a research assistant for that particular supervisor. That was even the latest one. So it looks more like you just as Grace said, you have to be very prepared in case they call you for interview, because sometimes they call you for interview and don't know what you are saying. They won't give you. Yeah.
I would like to add something here, Seth. It's not that
Yeah.
there is no full scholarships. Like we have Commonwealth
Yeah.
scholarship, we have Chevening scholarship, we have Ghana Educational Trust Fund, Get Fund. The
Mm-hmm.
scholarships are there, but you have to be
Mm-hmm.
exceptionally well. You have to
Exactly.
be exceptionally well. Like unless and until you are exceptionally well in your field, right? You are one of the top students of the country.
Mm-hmm.
Students
Yeah.
don't think about getting full scholarships.
Yeah.
Like there are partial scholarships, like universities like in UK have partial scholarships. I remember this one university, SRUC, Scotland's Rural University College. For first class students from Ghana, they have almost £9,000 off. So they have
Yeah.
partial scholarship. But
Mm-hmm.
full scholarships, they are there. But if everyone was getting it, everyone was leaving their country. So, and the
Yeah.
competition for full scholarship, it's not only between like among Ghana students, it's across the globe. It's across the globe.
Over
So
Yeah.
700.
you are not, yes, you are not only competing within Ghana or Africa. You are
Mm-hmm.
competing across the seven continents. Even penguins are fighting for them, so it's fine.
Yeah.
So you have to be a
Okay.
right.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. We have more questions here. So from again from Joyous, he's asking if you have any students who got admission to the UK to study computational linguistics. Okay. Any answer from Mr. Seth or Miss Nikita? For us,
No. So
okay.
yeah, that particular course is kind of uh do I say exceptional course. Okay, it's not that common across very so many disciplines. So when somebody has this particular program that they want to go, then the person must have that kind of a career or that kind of a line. The progression must be the same as they want to progress. Other than that, it's not possible getting that course. So this course is readily available in the UK that we can get.
Okay. Um, so thank you. Please, we are moving on to the other questions. Quite. So it's I think Ifwa is asking that, please, when applying for the masters, do you need what certificates to? Yeah, I want to read all the questions. I don't know if that's
Okay.
okay from Ifwa. Okay, so she says again, so
Mhm.
let's say I'm applying for my masters. Do they still need TOEFLs, or I can use English proficiency? So we know that from Kenya University, they normally give English proficiency certificates. Yeah, so she's asking if they can use that. And also, the third question is financial statements. Let's say my sponsor is in the USA and I am going to the UK. Will my visa be approved? So I think she's trying to say if she's getting a financial statement from the US, yes, from someone in the
Mhm.
US, will her visa be approved when she's going to the UK? And also, the fourth question is, so let's say I don't have money at all. Hey, okay, so let's say I don't have money at all to use as my financial statement. I won't be granted visa. If yes, what can I do about the financial statement as a needy person? All right, so I think that's all for her. Can you help
Yeah. So
for asking?
let me let me
Seth,
start from
I
the
will
bottom.
answer the first three questions and you can take the last one.
Okay. All right. So
Yeah. So, the first question was, please, when applying for masters, do you need WIAC certificate?
Yeah.
Yes. So the documents which we need for masters, it's like first your passport, then your CV, your degree certificate, degree transcript, and WIAC certificate. That brings us to the next question. So let's say I'm applying for my masters. Do they still need TOEFLs or I can use English proficiency? That's why we need your WIAC. If your WIAC is less than 10 years old, you can get English exception there. IELTS exception or English language test exceptions only when your WIAC grades in English are C6 and above. For few schools will take C4. So if you're having good grades in English and an English proficiency from your school or college, you don't need an IELTS or any English language test scores. Then for financial statement, I think these questions will be well answered by Seth. So Seth,
okay.
you can take the financial statement questions.
Okay. All right. So the financial statements question. Let me start from question three, then we move to question four. Now, UK is very strict when it comes to sponsorship. So it's either yourself or your parents. Now, though they have stated guardian in there, but those ones normally don't get visas. Okay. Like normally they are subject to scrutiny and all that. So your sponsor, I don't know if Ojiba, you want to come back again to let us know if the sponsor is your mom or your dad. If it's your mom or your dad, it's perfect. Visa will be approved. Okay. If it's your sponsor, or I wouldn't say sponsor, if it's your guardian, okay, it must be a legitimate guardian that has documentation to prove it. If it is not, if it is not, your visa will not be approved for the UK. If it's a random person or even a family member, your visa will not be approved. So normally the advice is that if they have the money and they don't want to even give you the money, they should put it in your parents' account
Yeah.
so that your parents can now print that statement and use it on your behalf. Or if you're more than 24 years, they can put it in your account and you're able to use it. Now, I've had a similar case where a parent has to put about almost like a million Ghana cedis into a 19-year-old child's account. And UKVI raised a concern that why should that child have a million Ghana cedis in the account? So the advice is that they can put it in their parents' account and they are good from there. Okay. The last part, the last
I
question. Yeah, yeah, Nikita, come. No.
I recently had a student,
Mhm.
whose visa got rejected because he cannot prove the relationship to UKVI with the sponsor.
Mhm. Mhm. Mhm.
So
Yeah.
please be very careful to choose a sponsor other than your parents with whom you can prove your relationship to UKVI.
Yeah.
Okay. So when we are talking about the proving the sponsorship or guardian
Mm-hmm.
something, how do we do that? Is it from a letter or something like letter from maybe a higher um authority or something to show that the person is actually their guardian? Because I mean, if I have a guardian, they may not have the same surname as I have, so I may not know how to prove it actually. So how is that proved?
Okay, um some things we have to do with only NS links. Now, so far as we have students here, now when you have to prove relationship, it must be their birth certificate.
Okay.
Now, if you say that person is your auntie, okay. Now it goes further. Now, if it's my auntie, that means that either a sibling to my mom or my dad, so they should carry that same surname.
Okay.
So when you have your dad's birth certificate, you must carry that same person's birth certificate so that we can match it.
Okay.
Those are how you are going to prove it. Now, if you're not able to go that length, please, your visa will be rejected.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. So the last question. Um. So, Ejiba, this is your question. It's your question is pregnant with so many answers. Now, as I mentioned, study abroad is expensive. Okay, I've seen people, and I always, when I say this, sometimes I remember two cases where I felt bad for these people. So they had full funding. Okay, they had full funding. The school gave them full funding. Okay, their fees was waived. What they were supposed to do was to only pay for their health surcharge, and their health surcharge was around I think after that time was almost like 3,000 yeah, almost $3,000, and they couldn't get money to pay. Yeah. So I always say that if you really want to do this process, you have to really get up with your finances. Either than that, you start and get stuck somewhere for which will not be good. Okay. Now, without financial statements, there's no way visa will be even approved. Like they will not even process your application. They will just reject it in the first place. And said, so what can I do about the financial statement? So Ejuba, the only thing is that you will have to look for money regardless. Um, since you don't accept any other bank statement and all that, you have to look for money, or you have to say, Daddy, please get this money from uncle. Take all those monies, put together, pay my school fees, and we are good to go. Thank you.
All right, thank you too. There are more questions down here. Yeah, but then what I'll say to FY is that okay, some people usually go to these loan companies and then
Okay.
have some agreements with them. So the loan companies will put that amount of money in their accounts and then maybe charge them an amount of money. So it's up to you to probably go out there and then search for those loan companies that do that, that will put that
Yeah,
amount of money in your account and then help you
yeah, yeah.
out with going to school.
Yeah, I guess you know why I didn't mention that part, because
Mm.
students get here, they don't pay these loans.
Yeah. No,
Now,
you see.
uh-huh. They,
Okay.
they are making the system so difficult for other people to enjoy that same service.
Yeah.
Now, you see that Prodigy has stopped giving loans for Ghanaian students as far back as September.
Oh,
The reason
okay.
is that people get this loan, they get in there, they change their name, they change their identity, and you don't
I
have to
don't
pay
pay
this
back.
loan again.
Oh.
Exactly. So it's kind of blocking everybody. Prodigy was fantastic for so many schools
Mhm.
across, where it has UK on the line. Those Empower is for Canada and USA, but Prodigy was for UK. Okay, where student was making videos. But from September, January, they are not disburse any loans because of all these things. So that's why I didn't mention those loans aspect, because now if you want to apply for those loans, the kind of documentation they will take from you, the guarantors and those things they will take from your end, it's quite something you don't want to get into. Yeah. So possibly, if you're up for it, you can chase it. But for me, that's what I'm saying, that you have to prepare really well before you
Yeah.
start it. Yeah.
All right. So thank you. Um, so if I hope your questions are answered. Okay, so I'm going to gather some questions together and then we'll give them some short answers as well. So
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
have
Yeah.
Anan or Marion says, is it best to finish your degree before going, or can any level apply? So he's trying to say, if I'm in level 200, can I still apply to go outside to study? And then the next one is, would I have to restart my degree if I get admission abroad? Like currently I'm in third year, would I continue there or restart? I think these two questions are similar, so they'll need maybe one answer. And then someone says, Akoto says, what makes my application stand out given the huge number of applicants? Kodia also says that, what do the schools expect to see in in a qualified applicant? I think these two questions also have something in common. So maybe we can go first with the um how to apply, or which
Yeah.
level do I apply from? Yeah.
Okay. So there are so many pathways for students. Now, when you go to the USA, okay, they are where they do this associate degrees. Okay, they
Mm.
do associate degrees. Now, what that means is that if you do 2 years from Ghana, they consider that an associate degree. So they can admit you in their level 300. You continue, you do additional 2 years or 3 years with them, and you get it. Now, when it comes to the UK, that does not exist. So anybody that leaves their study will have to go to a pathway. We call it international year one. Now, mind you that the the progress for bachelors, or let's say the duration for progress, is just like for bachelors is just 3 years. So you go to international year one, you jump to year two, jump to year three, you are done. So you go to 3 years straight away. Now, if you don't want to waste those years you have accumulated here, if you are doing very well and you are at level 300, then I would advise you just finish, complete it, and just do 1 year masters, and you are good to go, instead of going back to start it afresh. If you're not doing well, if you know yourself you're not doing very well, and daddy or mommy feels like, okay, um outside education, international education will best fit, will best make it better, best make it work, then preferably you can just go for this international year one and you are good. If your qualifications are lower, let's say your WASI is GCODD, like the DDEE, yeah, you have your best grades like C, then you have to go for foundations. Okay, you have to go for foundation. That is the only way you are able to get that sorted out. Now, which yeah, so that is it. So for those ones, they have to just go through that line in order to get those ones moved.
All right, all right. So the next question was asking about how someone can go through applications or get an admission. Talking of this large number of people
Yeah,
applying to the same
that's
school.
that's for Nikita. Nikita, please. That's for
Yeah.
you.
Miss Nikita, can you help
So,
them?
yes, how can you stand out? Come to Earnest Links. They will make you stand out.
Yeah, I get
Very,
it.
very true. Very, very true. Yeah,
I
very
get
true.
it.
So, take the help of the counselors there. They are there to help you, to guide you to with the applications, and they are here to help you all. Like, we are a student first organization. So that, like, yeah, like to help, see, first of all, to stand out, you should not be in a mediocre grades, right?
Mm.
But if you are in a medium like grades, like 2:1, like second class honors or second class honors upper division or lower division, make sure that your SOP is fantastic. The college reads your SOPs. It's not like it's just not just a bunch of paper that like they will do this and then throw away. No, they are sitting and reading it. They are providing you admissions based on the SOPs. Take the help of the counselors there. Make sure that you are applying to the course that you are interested in and not some random courses.
Yeah.
And because even like if you get admission in random course, like will you be able to finish your degree there if you're not interested in study? So make sure that you take the course or choose an easy course. So depends. Make your SOPs really well and take the help of the counselors present in Ghana. And we are here to support you as well. Make sure that you research about the schools before you like apply in a school, like about the course. Suppose you want a course and like based on your grades you won't get that. The counselors will suggest you a better option.
Yeah.
So trust the counselors, trust the process, and that's it. Like trust your instincts, and let's see.
Yeah, trust NS Links Consult and will help you out. Yes, so thank you, Miss Nikita. One thing I would like to say is, as from what you said, um, with the course you are going to offer out there, the course that you choose, you have to really understand it, because during your you may get the unconditional offer first, but then when you are doing your credibility interviews, mostly you are asked questions about the modules of the program that you are going to do and all that. And if you don't have an understanding about it, you really cannot answer some of the questions. Yeah, like you don't just choose any course, you choose a course that you really think you're going to learn, not just because you just want to go to the UK. Yeah. So thank you, Miss Nikita, once again. Someone is asking if they can do the application by themselves or they would need an agency to support. For this, I'll answer
Please,
myself.
please go, please go to NS links. Go to NS links.
Exactly, because mostly people get stuck
Yeah,
whilst applying. Their application goes in, and then after 3 months they've not heard anything from the school. So it's
yeah.
best to have an agency that is in touch with the school, or with any partner that is in touch with the school, that will give you feedback. Okay. So yeah, someone said, I gained admission into a university in the UK with partial scholarship. The remaining is still outrageous and looking out other funding options. Can you please help with external scholarships or loan to be able to sail through? I think this question was already answered. All.
Yeah, so I'll still ask this person to come to a next links
Yes.
where they'll look at which school they have applied to. All these schools do have external scholarships for which
Yeah.
they can look at it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah. So still come to a next link, engage their services and get it sorted out.
Yeah, so yeah, a number will be placed in the chat group where you can WhatsApp us, and then we'll take it from there. Yeah, so he says, secondly, if you're able to provide enough funds for tuition fees, do you still have to provide a bank statement to be able to cater for living expenses even after securing a part-time job? If you have your job offer letter, is that enough for visa officers?
No, it's not enough for visa officers. In some cases they don't even take treasure bills. So they want to see the money sit in your account and it should be verifiable. Yeah. So even if you have paid all your fees, you still need to show proof that you have the living expenses with you. Without that, the case officers will just reject your application and say you don't have enough funds to cater for your study. So they reject your visa application.
Alright, alright. Thank you so much. Um, Please, if your questions are being answered, kindly give me some emojis and some celebration emojis over here so that we know that you are actually being helped. Hey, someone gave me a boo emoji. Wow.
Yeah, Christopher's question is still not answered, so that's
Oh no,
why.
Christopher, we are getting there. Okay, don't worry, we are
Yeah,
getting
yeah, yeah.
there. Someone says, how did people who have done it, actually do it? Okay, I think the person is talking in the sense of the scholarship. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
So those ones, I always say that it was easier some years back. It was very easy some years back. Now, due to our own habit and our own doings, those things are getting tighter by day. Okay, because now if you look at UKVI trends now, they are calling students randomly to take interviews for them. Now, that means that they actually detected some things which is not good for them, that they are going deeper to dig to know what actually is happening in the system. Now, if you can read in the news, Cameroon has been blacklisted by UKVI because 90% of the application they did through UKVI were all forged fraudulent documents. So now, if you want to study in the UK from Cameroon, you are not able, like you can't travel. So they have to look at other destinations. So no, they did it nicely. They did it well. They used the right channel, but some people actually got their way through in the bad way, and it's affecting everybody now. So it's still doable when you use the right channel, but it takes some time and takes commitment.
yeah. Thank you so much.
Uh,
Our friend
Only
asked
request, like
okay,
Grace, I would like to like cut you off here. Sorry,
sure, sure.
but the only request I would have from Ghana students is to like please do not fake your documents. UKVI, it's not stupid. It catches it, and
Yeah.
you get debarred. You will get debarred, and UKVI recently has become really strict with fake documents.
Yeah, yeah.
Please,
Yeah.
like even if it crosses your mind, like just for once to use the fake documents, don't do it.
Yeah, to share some light on that, I attended this high profile meeting with British Council with this UK, where they were showing us how documents are being screened. Now, they showed us the document. They have this software. The moment they scan your documents, they know which PC actually edited that particular document. Um, so if you edited it, they know the original form, how you edited it, and what it is now. So it's giving you time and date and computer name. If you have names on the computer, everything is being pulled out. Looks more like a report on that particular document. So these people, that is why I see. So the thing they do is, whenever you receive an email or anything from UKV are saying that, okay, we want you to confirm your document, then means that they have found out that your document is forged. So if you're not able to prove, to bring that particular document to them in its original form, you are doomed. 10 years ban for you.
Mm, that's a
Yeah.
serious. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. All right. Thank you, Mr. Seth. You're really, really helping us. Yeah. Um. More questions here. Time is fast spent, so we'll be fast about it so that everybody gets their questions answered. So, someone says minimum GPA requirement for most UK universities. Miss Nikita, can you help us with that? Maybe just a short answer for that.
So for masters, 2:1, that is second class, 2:2, second class lower division. For most of the universities, a lot of for like some courses we need 2:1 second class upper divisions. But if you have a third class pass in your degree certificates, there are very few universities will give you masters or extended masters for in that case. So, like, depends from universities to universities what universities you are actually thinking about. So, but 2:2, it's like average grade for most of the universities.
Yeah, second class lower specifically.
All right. All right. All right. Thank you, Miss Nikita. Um. So, yes, what if I don't have SAT? Can I still get scholarships?
Okay, so SAT are specifically for those who are going to the USA, those scholarships for
Yeah.
them. So those that their grades are poor for what say they want scholarship, they can write start for the USA and they can get scholarship. But even that one, it's still not guaranteed that they will get those scholarships. So you can still write it if you want to test those scholarships from the USA, but not in the UK.
Yeah. Yeah. Very good question. Very good answer. Thank you. Sir, as an optometry graduate, how can I work in the UK with my degree from Ghana?
Yes. So this is a work kind of a question. Okay. Now normally for courses or normally from degree certificate from Ghana, you still have to add a touch of this foreign thing before you're able to get, because this optometry kind of profession is highly sought for in the UK or elsewhere, but you can't have it directly from Ghana. So what you can do is you can just pick 1 year masters if you have it already. You can just pick another master or possibly an MPhil or anything just to have that certificate on top, then you are good to work in the UK. But for now, with this one, there's no guarantee because we don't do specifically do for those works to the UK. Though we have some pathways that we can have nurses to the USA. Okay.
All right, thank you, Mr. Seth. I hope Dr. Ampon, your question is answered. He also says that also assuming I want to pursue my master's and I'm offered a partial scholarship, can I work there to cover the remaining costs? Sorry.
Yeah. So, Doc, your question is to work. I understand perfectly. Now, every student that's actually get to the UK is given 20 hours to work in a week. Now, 20 hours to work in a week means that you are supposed to work 4 hours in a day, Monday to Friday. Now, Monday to Friday, if let's say you are even paid like 12, 15 pounds per hour, um 4 hours will just be like 60 pounds. Okay, now 60 pounds into five will just give you 300 pounds in a week. Now 300 pounds in a week will not be enough for you to cater for your to pay up for those ones. Now that means is that you really have to get some funds ready so that you don't stress up yourself. No, we understand that you can work unlimited on vacations, but ask yourself how many times can you put your head on to work? You can't work 24 hours in a day if you say on vacation you want to do it. So yeah, there are still you can work whilst you school, but you have to make it such a way that it will not have an effect on your studies.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Seth. So someone says that please, what if the sponsor actually funded your undergraduate studies, but he's not a relative?
Hmm. So our kind of study in Africa is different. Okay. Now, I know, and I can say sometimes in some families, the whole family can say that, hey, this your niece or this your nephew is done with school. Please pay their fees, and they're able to pay for it. Now, schooling outside is different. Now, they really want to know if you can actually fund this particular person, and they classify parents one. So, if that person sponsored your undergraduate and has the funds, the advice is let them put the funds into your parent account, and also have it in mind that for UK you only need 1 month bank statement, so the money should be in your account for just 28 days. So if let's say you are going to school in September and they have the money, you can put the money in June, let's say first week in June. By May, by end of June, they can print out that statement, use apply for the visa, then we get a visa. Whatever they want to use their funds for, they can use it. But please, when you are putting the visa, don't take the money from the account. When you have applied, sorry, when you have applied for the visa, please don't take the money from the account, because when they verify funds is not in the account, that amount for you'll be banned 10 years. Yes.
Sure. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you all for asking questions. I hope you are answered. Um, Someone says, "Can I? How can I write the SAT exams?" Okay. Please, you can contact us. We will take you through that
Yeah.
steps. Yeah. So we've sent the WhatsApp or call line into the chat group, and you can also book a free consultation through the. There's a link that has been given. You can book a free consultation, and we will help you out with all your other questions. Last question, please. Someone says, "What if the sponsor is your sibling? How about that? How about that?" Last question.
Sibling. Hmm.
Yeah.
So the sibling kind of thing, okay, actually doesn't work for UK as well.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, because even for spouse, you have to prove further with some pictures, with some forms of, and even for spouse, we need to see that there was actually, if it's the man that is sponsoring the woman, we need to see that movement of money from the account to her account and vice
Yeah.
versa, and you need to prove with wedding pictures and all that. Yeah, so in order to not to go through all those stress, just put in your account and you are okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So um please just put it in your account, okay? Just put it in your
Yeah.
account. If they have the money for you, let them just put it in your account and you're okay.
Exactly.
Um
You are okay.
yeah, thank you all. Um thank you all for asking questions. Can you give us some celebration? Celebrate our guests for us. They've really done well. They've really done well. They really had um they set some time off to help us with our questions. Yeah, we really appreciate you, Mr. Seth Kobina and Miss Nikita. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for helping us with this seminar. We are not done. We are not done. We'll continue on Saturday. So you can join us on Saturday. We have students who are already there coming up on board, and we have other people and a registered nurse as well. So you don't have to worry. We have people who are going to give you the experience of being in the UK. After you've
Yeah.
gotten all your money and everything set and you're ready to go. Yes, we have people telling you how it feels like to be in the
Uh,
UK, so you can prepare towards it. Someone is asking if which country is Nikita from? Hey, okay. Nikita, please can you tell us which country you're coming from?
so I come from the land of colors, India.
Hey, wow. Wow, wow.
Yeah, so I'm an Indian, and so yeah, like it was really, really nice talking to you all. Thank you so much, Ernest Link Consult, Grace, Ernest, Seth. It was a really wonderful webinar. People have such thoughtful questions, like what about siblings? Are siblings my blood relations? Can they not sponsor me? So this was such
Yeah.
interesting questions. Yeah.
Yeah.
So guys, if you have any doubt, come to Honest Links. They are brilliant set of people. They are there to help you. We are here to help you. Let's make our study abroad dream come true.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you so much.
Yeah.
Please can we get some vote of thanks from our main guest, Mr. Seth Kobina?
Yeah. I'm not good at vote of thanks, but I will do the church one.
Oh,
Yeah, so thanks everyone for joining. It's been a wonderful and insightful event. Let me say webinar where we shared ideas. I learned something from everybody. So the questions we asked and all that actually gives us a very deep insight of whatever we do. Okay, and we're able to go around it. Now, one thing I'm leaving you with is that whatever that you want to do, push it.
yeah.
You might not know what will happen. Push it hard. Because I saw somebody asking a question about let me if I'm right. It's asking that So does it mean that all I need to do is a very good get a very good SOP? If you get a very good SOP and qualifications are not good, we are not getting there. So those must come with and push it. So what I'm saying that so you have to be persistent, you have to be consistent, and you have to push the things right. And whatever you put your hand through, I can tell you for a fact you'll get it right. Thank you very much.
Thank you too.
Thank you very much for having Leverage on. We are always available to help NSLink to scale up and to make sure these students are getting the right resources to make their journey smooth and effortless. Yeah. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mr. Seth. Miss Nikita, can we get just one line of advice from you? Just one line on that. If I'm a student who wants to go to the UK, what advice would you give to me?
So let's just the only thing which comes to my mind, it's EarnestLink. It's a one-stop solution for all the doubts, all the questions. Just
simple.
EarnestLink is there for you. It's there. Leverage and EarnestLink has been partnered. They are there. We are here. We can work towards your dream. We can help you. You just have to dream and have that courage to push that dream forward.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you all so much. Thank you all so much. I'm really honored and happy that you joined our webinar today. I'm really, really honored. It's past 10 p.m. at your end, I think. Miss Nikita.
It's 11:16.
Yes,
it's 11:16 at Nikita's place.
Yeah. Oh. So you're going to sleep, right? Let's wish you
it's close to midnight. I'm still in office. So
okay.
No, she's not closing now. We are not done. She will leave.
We are not done. We have to. I have to leave around 1.
Yeah, we have work to do.
All right. Thank you so
that's
much.
My country manager, Seth. That's we are leading Ghana.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Mr. Godfred is right there. He's giving us some waves. I think we've seen him. I'm sure we've seen him. Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'll be bothering you with some questions later on, though. Yeah. Mr. Seth and Mr. Nikita. Yes.
No worries at all.
Yeah.
We are always available. You know, Grace, right? We are just a text away.
Yeah. I know. All right. Thank you all for joining. Thank you, everybody, for joining our webinar. We are really grateful. The numbers are still in the chat. Text us, and then we'll get back to you as soon as possible. All right. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, everyone. Have a wonderful evening, and we are starting the weekend tomorrow. Yeah. Guys, enjoy the rest of your week, and let's have a very long weekend. And please, all those who please get to NSLink, get your application done. Let's get you moving to the UK in September. God bless you all. Bye.
September intake has started, guys.
Yeah.
Sure. They'll be coming. Bringing them. Bye. Bye, everybody. Bye. Thank you so much. Let me wait a while before.